This is part 2 of the playthrough. I'm starting with the Chrysler Town & Country there, checking the price to see what kind of bid I should make, or rather ask for. This actually varies a bit in all the Street Rod games in that you can't get the full listed price in the classifieds, but you can ask for close to it, and then you have to take bids and pick the best one. So there, I'm trying to get 1,500. It doesn't look like it's going to work, so I try 1,400, I believe I used. Yeah, 1,400. So that works. I get the money, and then I can bring in my Pontiac and start modding it again. Now I actually have plenty of money. So I'll get the 327 V8, which is the best V8 in Street Rod 1 and SE as well. And then I have to get some kind of intake for it. I'm going to go with the full race intake that allows it to take 2 4-barrel racing carbs. So it's a $60 item there. And I pick that. And then I have to get the carburetors themselves. I'm not really sure what the difference is between the racing and the 2 4-barrels. I guess it must be, in theory, better ported. Now I can also afford the 4-speed racing transmission, because I got a lot of money from selling the Chrysler. And so I first change out the engine. I have to pull all the carbs and everything off the 6-cylinder here before I can remove it. So there goes the intake. Remove the wire and remove the engine. Then I put the 327 in. I've said in other reviews that these engines don't look very authentic. They're just stylized. It's a game. It's not a proper simulator, and of course it's very old too. The original Street Rod game is from 1989. So, put the last of the carburetors in. I tune. Then I put in the transmission, or pull out the old one and then put in the new one rather. Then I pull off the bumpers, because I can afford to do that now. Chop the roof. And the finishing touch will be paint. I'm going to actually paint this one blue to match the Pontiac I actually owned years ago. And now we'll check the performance, which should be about as good as you can get for this one. I'll also sell these parts, but I'm going to skip through this quickly. So 127 miles an hour. This is as fast as you can get out of most of these cars, actually. There are a few that can go up to like 128, 129, 130. And those are the ones you would win with, like the Thunderbird. Now I'll put some more gas in it, because I will race 2 more times with this car. Same gas station interface as Street Rod 1. Now I race a Chevy Nomad, which is a very heavy car in this incarnation. So I know that I can win easily against it. Now I properly leave it in the dust. It's not a matter of being slow off the line anymore. And now I also have to be careful to hold the car back, because if I don't, I'm going to go right off the road. So, much more effort to get it around the curve. Still a reasonably small car, so it's not the worst, but there, I almost lose it. Just races along. Again, has a little bit of trouble maintaining the road here. False ending and real ending. So I just won the Nomad. I'm going to sell it immediately. As soon as I can get it home here. Bid a few times. I actually get it. But that's actually not enough money to get the Thunderbird unless I sell the Pontiac as well. So I'm not going to sell the Pontiac. I'm going to race it one more time. But just to look at the classifieds here to prove my point. I can't even buy the 60 Thunderbird with that money. Never mind the 63. So I have to go back to the diner and race one more time. So I go up against a Riviera, which has a big V8, but it's basically a luxury car. So I stand a reasonable chance against it. He hits me, then I blow him away here. And my car is much, much faster. And it zooms along, and it's already through the drag racing course and out onto the road course. The handling actually is inferior as well as the performance on this run. I mean, even one race will reduce the performance of one of these cars, wear and tear being a little bit exaggerated. So it can still hold the road, it can still go really fast, but it's a little bit behind where it was in the first race. So I have to make a little bit more effort to hold it on the road. And false ending and real ending. Done. I sell the Riviera. I managed to sell it on the first bid, which I'm happy about. And now I actually have enough money to buy one of the Thunderbirds. So I'll get the 63, which is the fastest one. And it doesn't actually require a whole lot of modification, actually. It's already so fast, already so well equipped. See, completely stock, it'll do 118 miles an hour. But I can tune it. I can strip the car down as well, pulling the bumpers off. See, just tuning it will get it up to 124. But if I pull the bumper, pull the rear bumper as well, chop the roof, then the top speed goes to 130, which can win the game, actually. If you go against the so-called king with that, the handling on this Thunderbird is unrealistically good. And so you stand a reasonable chance of winning, actually. Not out of the question at all. That engine, a 351, is not authentic, though, because a real 63 Thunderbird would have had a 406 if it was the top of the line.